Can you turn it down?
Hey guys, it's Big Sexy with Big Sexy Outdoors. If you guys are looking for your bucks to be big and sexy like me, I recommend you go out and get yourself some Big Sexy by Domain. This product is filled with radish, turnips, and kale, and other vegetation to keep the deer coming back all season long. Go out to your local Tractor Supply and purchase some today. Big Sexy by Domain. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? So we are live. Guys, I am super excited. I am going to tell you our special guest tonight is Scott Johnson from Twisted Iron Hunting. So, Scott, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Okay. Thanks, Ben. I'm Scott Johnson. My wife and I started a company a couple of years ago called Twisted Iron Hunting and started promoting a new product that basically it's our only product right now, but we got some big news coming out soon on the horizon. But our product right now is called the Boot Bandolier Pro. Basically, it's a hunting gear bag that can adapt to pretty much any type of hunting situation scenario you can think of, from saddle hunting to stand hunting to climbers. It's a really cool, easy way to organize your gear, keep everything close and tight, easy to pack in and pack out, and lightweight.
I have watched some of your videos, and I got to tell you, I am super excited. Oh, look at this. Chris is the man. I told you this. He is on top of his stuff. That's what he is. He does a phenomenal job. So this is Chris has your, I believe it's your website, right?
Yeah. So this is our website pulled up here. A little backstory on this. We got started. I had this idea for many years. And just never, like everything else, you got a family, you got a job, you got kids and all this stuff going on, and never really done anything with it. Made some crude prototypes back in the day, probably 8, 9, 10 years ago. And about 2 years ago, my wife, I was talking to her about it. She's like, you need to pull the trigger on it and do something with it. Are you going to be that guy that says, man, that was my idea. I should have done something. So we did. We started a company, and I started working on getting prototypes made, bought me a sewing machine and some material, and started actually sewing some just patterns and scraps and stuff together. Very early on in the conception of the idea, a friend of mine, his dad is really good friends with Rusty Sellers, and Rusty Sellers is the owner and CEO of True Timber, located here in South Carolina as well. So I was a little bit afraid to bounce my ideas off of just anybody because we filed for patents and stuff, but you know how that is. I mean, we're small time. And so Rusty was gracious enough to really give us a lot of good insight, a lot of good input with it. And actually during our prototype phases, we actually first started making these in digital camo because I didn't have a license to manufacture them in anybody else's pattern. So the first ones I made in my prototypes were actually digital. Rusty called me one day and told me that he had a great opportunity for me, and that was to send one of our prototype bags with Rob Keck with Bass Pro Shop on a Kansas whitetail hunt in September last year. So, man, I was, super excited, of course. Rob is actually the founder of the National Wild Turkey Federation, and he went from there to Bass Pro as a conservation engineer. and now he's part of their. He's one of the team leaders on their pro staff that field tests all the equipment. So I got with Rob, got him a bag, and he actually took it with him and used it for a muzzleloader bag, for possibilities bag. So I mean, the uses to this bag are very, very endless. I mean, it's a very versatile bag. So he came back, gave me a really good follow-up, gave me a call, told me what he liked about it, what he'd change about it, some ideas and all. And so we went from there. From that, we licensed with True Timber to start making them in the Canati pattern, which was our first pattern. And, it's been great since then. When it was released from True Timber, actually did like a press release on us last year in June, I think, June or July, when we first got product in last year. And got a call from Aerotrade Magazine. So Aerotrade Magazine called me in and said, hey, it's a really innovative product. We'd like to put you in our innovation showcase for archery this year. And it was a little 1/4 of a page write up with one picture of it. And, it was really cool. We were excited just to be in the magazine,
Oh, that's awesome.
And then the owner of Doug Smith, the owner of Aerotrade Magazine, he called me and he's like, hey man, I need to know more about this product. He's like, I've never seen anything like it. A lot of times you see innovations and stuff in hunting. It's just something that somebody's taken and made better. He said, but you've created something that really don't exist. So we talked about it a little bit. And a few days later, he called me back and said, Scott, he said, man, I'm really impressed with this. You and your wife have done a great job. We'd like for y'all to be the cover story of our November edition of Aerotrade Magazine.
That's awesome.
So we were super excited about that. So if you look at our website, Chris is driving. If you go to our homepage and you go down to the picture of me and my beautiful bride, you can click on that right there.
Oh, I got Chris.
Right there, and you can actually read the story. I mean, they wrote a really good, like a 6-page article that'll take you straight to the story. So you can read about how we got started, even where the name Twisted Iron came from. That's actually the name of our little farm here in Pendleton, South Carolina. And the short of that is that came about when we bought this place. It was a big pile of metal sitting on the edge of the creek down there, covered up in briars and thicket. And I went down there and started cutting it up and digging. And I actually found a 1942 McCormick Deering M52 combine sitting down there and a sycamore. That's what was that. So it just looked like a big pile of twisted iron. So we actually cleaned all that up. I actually brought the sycamore out of the woods, painted it up back to the original John McCormick Deere, and that's it right there. And it's sitting in my front yard. So that was actually growed into a tree. So that's a good article about us and how we got started. We'd love for you guys to read it. We've added one more to that picture on the right there. Yeah, you're right there. We have a 7-week-old daughter now. So we're just a small family business. My wife and I both have regular jobs and work full time. So this is just us, trying to break into the industry. And we've been God's blessed us very, very much so far with some great, great opportunities. Another thing I'll say about the story and all that too is one of the things that we wanted to do from the very beginning is give back, right? We as hunters sometimes get a bad name. I actually had some ugly posts on something the other day where one of our guys, he killed a nice buck out in Kansas, and I posted a little picture of it, and somebody came on there, about how we were just killers and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, most hunters, we love and respect animals more than the average person does.
Amen.
And there's nothing. The person said, hey, I understand if you're killing them for the meat and all that kind of stuff, but to brag about it's just wrong. And I'm like, absolutely, it's not wrong. The pictures were tasteful. It wasn't no bloody, gory pictures or nothing, but it was tastefully done. And that is a hunter celebrating in a harvest of one of the toughest animals on the North American continent to try to harvest. And there's nothing wrong with being proud of what you kill. And, I'm a firm believer in that as well. I don't know about you guys, but I buy my tickets. I mean, I buy my hunting license and I buy my tags. And if I want to shoot a 4-pointer, I'll shoot a 4-pointer in a minute. You know what I mean?
Amen. Yep. Same way here. You don't have to worry about that with us. We don't judge.
I mean, I love killing big deer. Don't get me wrong. but putting meat in the freezer, that's job one. And a lot of times as hunters, we really quick to point the fingers at each other. I only bow hunt, right? I hadn't bow hunted. I was telling you earlier, I've been bow hunting exclusively for about 14 years now. But that don't mean that gun hunters has got every right to be out there. Crossbow hunters, there's always the bow and the crossbow hunters going at each other. I mean, dude, if you're in the woods and you're enjoying God's creations and you taking your animals legally and ethically, send it.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with you 100%.
So if you look at our bags here, so when we first come out with this, guys, that one of the hardest things was to explain to people what it is, right? This is not the kind of item that really sits on the shelf. Now, they're starting to do well now. We're in about 12, 13 locations across mainly the Northeast, the Midwest. We picked up most of those at the ATA show this year. It was our first ATA show in January this year. My wife and I went up, had a really good response to it. Got it into at that point, we got into about 8 or 10 different stores, just small, mom and pop shops, archery specialty shops, because that's where it sells best. But I want to reiterate too that it is not just made for archery hunting. This thing works great, and we'll look at all the different applications as we go. Bless you. We'll look at the different applications, but we were blessed at the ATA show this year. Got to meet some really cool people. Got to meet a lot of people. Even through our shows, we did a pretty rigorous expo show tour this year. Actually got to show this and give one to Michael Waddell, the bone collector.
Oh, get out. I bet that was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And we got to talk to him and got his autographs, got him to sign some of our hats and stuff. So we've been blessed for sure. So what you're looking at right there, that's the two different ones. So that's the one on the left is called the Pro X, and the one on the right is called a Pro X2. The Pro X that you see right there, all of those two bags are pretty much the same. That's the one that we introduced at the ATA show this year. Our first edition had nylon straps on it, right? So when we come out with these in June or July of last year, pretty much the same concept of the bag. It's just that it had cotton. I mean, it had nylon straps on it, had different style buckles. And these are upgrades that we made to the Pro X2 that was released at the ATA this year. So those are 100% cotton military grade straps, heavy duty what they call X-frame buckles. We added a flashlight pocket to the front on the inside of the flap. And just as a general, specification of the bag is made out of 600 denier waterproof polyester material. All the pockets have nylon linings in them, so there's quiet when you put stuff in and out. The front two pouches you see there are made more like pouches rather than pockets, so that you can take stuff in and out of the pouch without using both hands. So the original concept of this was to wear it strapped around your leg. So you got some extra storage there on the front with the elastic straps. The flashlight pockets over on the right side of the two pouches right there. And then the drink pocket holds up to a 20-ounce bottle. So if you think about it, when I'm in the stand, the things that are important to me and what I would have packed in this bag is, I actually got mine right here. I'll just hold it up so y'all can see that.
Chris, can we blow him up? Look at that.
There we go. We got us a tech man, I'm telling you. So this is my personal bag right here that I use hunting. This is in the Strata camo. So now we offer the Pro X2 in the Strata camo pattern, as well as the Canati pattern. So the Canati is a timber type pattern, and this is a geo pattern. So basically, waterproof material. If you unzip the front pocket, that's waterproof. I have my hunting license, my tags, my gloves. Also have this, which we sell on our website. This is called a BHB Deer Drag. One of the coolest things you'll ever pack in your pack. It's really lightweight, less than 5 ounces. It's a stainless steel cable with 2 loops on it and a rubber handle. And that fits perfectly in this pocket on the front. So what that's for is to retrieve your deer. So when I kill, I was fortunate enough to kill a nice 8-pointer the other day. And he ran, of course, right into a big old pine thicket. So I was able to take that deer drag, loop it around each antler, pull it up, and drag it out fairly easily with that deer drag. So we also sell these on our website. So if you undo the bottom buckles on my bag and open it up, you'll see this is the stuff that I actually carry. Let me get to the right place. This is my bag that I carry into the woods. So I got a 20-ounce bottle with water in it. Front pouch, I got my rangefinder. I got my wind detector, my can call, flashlights right here. I got another little headlamp hanging on the front. In the big pocket on the back, I got a little small lemon saw, my grunt tube, my rattle bag. On the front of it, I added just a D-ring and hang my release aid here. So everything that I need to access quickly in the stand is here. Now, a lot of people's like, well, I carry a backpack with a bunch of stuff, and you may need that if it's cold weather. But these are the items that you're going to need to get your hands on when a deer is close, right? I'm not going to be looking for my little Debbie cakes, even though they're always in here. This is the stuff I need. Actually, the other day, I saddle hunt now. So this bag works extremely effective for saddle hunting when it's wrapped around the tree in front of you like that and tightened up. When I killed that deer the other day, he was chasing a doe. And I saw him, and I quickly pulled my can call out, hit my can call, got his attention. He jumped the fence and started my way. I'd already taken my bow off the hanger and had it in my hand, and he turned and went the other way. So I would immediately jerk my grunt call out, hit him with a grunt, stopped him, back in, can call, canned him again. He came right into me. If I would have been trying to dig that out of my pockets, that would have been a no-go. I would have never been able to smoothly and effectively got that stuff out if I had to dig it out of a pocket or trying to dig it back out of my book bag or whatever. So it works extremely well for saddle hunting. And we'll talk about the different, and like I say, that's my bag. The only difference between the Pro X series and the Pro X2 is we added these 3 nylon loops right here on the back. So what these little mole webbing loops are for, if you saddle hunt, we sell a 2-piece kit called the Saddle Savior System. It's made in North Carolina by DIY Bow Hunting. This is custom made to fit our strap. So when you get up in a tree, this long strap will go around the tree, and then these will fit right on to the strap as it goes around the tree. Then you can hang your bow and your quiver right there together on the tree, and everything's all together right nice and neat. So if you go back and look, if you go back to the website, Chris, and we'll take a look at that little video that's playing. It's on the home page. All right. So that shows it in the leg configuration. That shows it hunting from a saddle, which is my first year saddle hunting. Love it. That's it in a gun stand, like a climber, if you're climbing facing the tree, and that's it in the configuration over the shooting rail. And the same bag does every bit of it. So basically, I'm going to get one that don't have a bunch of stuff in it. So if you'll switch back over to me right quick, we'll talk about how this works. Thank you, sir. So basically, when you get into the stand, this is made so that it's got a carry strap on it. You can carry it over your shoulder, like I carry it, just hanging over my shoulder like that. Or you can wear it as a fanny pack, or you could just stick it down in your backpack, just fold it in half and stick it in your backpack if you still want to carry it. The big difference is like we talk about in our videos. When I get to the stand, instead of digging all the stuff that's already in here out of my pack, trying to stick it in a pocket, we've all done it. And honestly, the concept of this came, I used to, and I still hunt out of a lock on some, and I always try to stick stuff down in my rubber boots. Well, you can't stick can calls and range finders and stuff like, and drinks in your rubber boots. I mean, you can get a call or maybe something like that. It's just too difficult. So the concept behind this, using it in the leg configuration, is this. When I get to the stand, I undo the buckles on the bottom and open this up. So I see you got this long strap that you carried it in with. There are 2 buckles on this strap. So you take the buckles apart and take this extension strap off that you carried it in with. And now you're left with something that looks like this. So it's open, and there's the short strap. I'm going to stand up. I ain't got no shoes or nothing on. So that would go directly around your leg, just like that. buckle it, tighten it down, and now all of that gear is easily accessed right here. You're sitting down in the stand. This is minimize your movement and keep you, it's a whole lot easier to sitting down to just do this, pull my grunt tube out, slide it back in, then try to pull it out from inside my shirt or figure out which pocket my can calls in. Then when I'm finished hunting, just release the straps, buckle it back up, and then put your carry strap back on and you're ready to go. So go ahead.
I just wanted to say quick, no matter what Ben's been trying, I'm a ground hunter, right? I'm not a tree stand. I mean,
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it from a stand. And that thing looks just about perfect for when you're trying to be quick on the move. Because when
Absolutely.
you're stalking, you got to be able to grab things quickly and not only grab them, but put them away quickly. And
Yes,
I think
sir.
that something like that looks just about what I've been looking for. Because I usually carry a fanny pack, right? You got to
Right.
unzipper the darn thing. I almost cursed.
Well,
You gotta-
it's still just a bunch of junk. You know what I mean? A fanny pack's just a
Exactly.
small version of a backpack.
Yeah.
The
And
good
that looks
thing
like-
here is that you have all this stuff separated. So you was talking about hunting that way. My brother, one of my brothers, he actually does a lot of steel hunting, just like stalking with a rifle.
Yep.
So basically, he wears his just like this. He puts it around his waist, wears it as a fanny pack, undoes the bottom buckles, and then if he needs his grunt tube, boom, he's out, back in, and closes right back up.
I was
So
thinking the same thing.
It's very effective like that. Around the leg was kind of made for stand hunting, but I also started. I've done some blind hunting, especially this year because I got some ground blinds out behind the house,
Yeah.
and it works two ways in a blind. One, you can strap it around your leg, or two, if you're hunting in a pop-up blind that's got a frame
Mhm.
inside of it, all you have to do is open it up. There's a picture on the website of that. And take this and connect it around the frame of your blind, and it'll just hang right in front of you, to the side of you, or whatever. The main thing is about, just like you said, easy access with minimal movement. I can get it in, get it back without making a whole lot of effort and a whole lot of racket with it. And so that's it in that configuration, as well as if you're hunting out of a stand, the same way if you're hunting out of a climber, like a rifle stand or something. There was a video of that, part of that was on the video. You leave that long strap just like saddle hunting, open it up, and this long strap will go all the way around the tree, buckle it back, and everything is hanging right in front of you, as well as it'll fit over the armrest if you got an armrest on your stand. So if you scroll down towards the bottom, Chris, there's some, keep going. There's a section here that talks about the different styles of it. Just keep going. All right, so right there. So if you click on the ladder stand, that'll show you some configuration. So that, remember, this is the same exact bag. All you did was open this flap up, fold it back over, and buckle it back to itself, and it'll hang in front of you right there.
I like that.
Well, the great thing for us too is that I don't really rifle hunt, but I take my daughter some, and almost every one of our stands is missing the shooting rail pad because the squirrels chew them up. So you always have to take a T-shirt or your orange vest or something and wrap it around the rail. So when you lay your rifle up there, you don't make a lot of racket. Well, this gives you the perfect place to lay your rifle quietly already. So that's it in the stand configuration, in the tree stand configuration. We talked about it around the tree. What you're looking at there is the saddle kit. So that's the bow hanger and quiver hanger that I was talking about. You can get with one of our bundles. So again, those are 3D carbon fiber impregnated nylon. The bow holder's rated at 15 pounds, but it's been tested up to 50, so you can hang a rifle on it. I actually got a picture from a guy last night on Facebook. He sent me, and he actually killed a doe with his pistol, and he hunts out of a saddle, and he actually used the rifle. He said the bow hanger worked great as a pistol rest. So he laid his pistol up on that bow hanger and used it for a rest for his pistol. So if you look at the second picture right there, that's the saddle setup right there. So that's my particular setup right there. Well, that's actually one of our guys. That's John setup. That's me right there. Because see, I got my rattle bag hanging from that hook right there. So now everything, once I get up there, everything is so quick and simple to set this system up, because the stuff that I need to get a hold of is already in there. and basically you just open it up, strap it to the tree in that configuration, and I take my cell phone and stick it in there, and my can of dip and stuff like that. And now everything that I really need to get a hold of is honestly it's right in front of me. And
well, I'll tell you what I like, not to interrupt you, I'll tell you what I like greatly about your product, just watching, is it's so universal. It's not just for one type of hunter. A lot of products you see are based on, hey, if you're a gun hunter, hey, if you're a bow hunter, hey, if you're it doesn't matter what you do.
Right.
And it's so universal. I love that. Like when I was watching on your stuff, that was the one thing that intrigued me the most is if I want to hunt out of a tree stand, I can hunt out of a tree stand. If I want to hunt in a blind, I can hook it to the blind. And honestly, I laughed. I don't know if you see me laugh, but I laughed when you said about the blind because that's one of the things I thought of. And it was, man, that'd be really cool to hook in for my daughter when she hunts out of her blind.
Yes,
be able to put stuff in. So, I don't know about you, but I'm in a blind without a bag like that. I'm always on the ground, right? I'm reaching down to get this and reaching down, and you're going to make noise. Even if you rake it out, things get in there.
Well,
and you're throwing them out, halfway through the day. So, there's one for you. Mike Nye, great product. I will be getting me one of those. Thanks.
And the cool thing is that too, that the only zipper on the whole bag, you don't have to access during the hunt. That's where you put your hunting license, things like that. Everything else is open, easy to access, in and out. It's super quiet. Like I said, the material is 100% waterproof. So that's a video of me right there hunting right here behind the house. That's my setup. There's my quiver hanging. And in this particular scenario, I didn't use the bow hanger. I've got it actually hanging on a tree beside me because I was in we call them sprout trees where they had cut it at some point, and then 3 of them grew back up. So my saddle platform was on the middle, and my quiver's hanging on my saddle savior kit, and my bow is hanging in the tree beside me. You can see, but you can just see how easy. I mean, if you guys saddle hunt or know anybody who saddle hunts, honestly, I didn't even know what saddle hunting was until the end of last year. We were at a show, and we actually just had our digital products the year before last, rather. And a guy asked me, would it be good for saddle hunting? And I'm like, who rides a horse and shoots deer? You know what I mean? I'm like, maybe, I really don't know. So, of course, I came home and got to studying it. And I'm like, man, that looks really cool. So I had the fortune of meeting. I was set up at the ATA show. We were set up right across from the guys at Tethered and met those guys, super cool guys. So they hooked us up with some good tethered saddle hunting gear. And man, we've been kicking it in the saddle. Like I said, that was our biggest customer at the ATA show was saddle hunting, Midwest, Northeast, where these guys do a lot of saddle hunting, because those guys are, they going in, they want to run and gun, they lightweight, they carrying a small platform, couple of sticks, and this fits into that genre perfect,
So I sent a video to Chris. Chris, can you pull up that TikTok video I sent you?
Yeah, and what that was amazing. So we've done well throughout the year at our shows and stuff, but actually on August the 9th, I posted a video on TikTok of me at a show in Tennessee talking about the bag to a couple of guys that was just standing there. And my wife just happened to pick up her cell phone and video it. Well, I have not been very fortunate with videos on TikTok. I am at the top of the list for prohibited information and contraband and all this kind of stuff. So I posted this video right here because it didn't have I don't have a gun. I don't have a bow. Ain't no dead animals. I'm just talking about it. And I posted that video on August the 9th. By that night, it had over 200,000 views. It's over 1.1 million now, and has and I mean, we have had absolutely unbelievable sales since that video came out.
Well, the reason I brought up the video while it's playing is, like, it really shows you breaking it down. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Now you got your flashlight in your mouth, and you digging for all that stuff. All you got to do is release the strap on the buckle you carried it in with, undo the bottom buckles, you're ready to hunt. I stick my cell phone, everything in here, like I would take my thermocell out and put it in this front pack. Whole thing.
what you just.
Yep. So basically, everything's already in there. I carry my thermocell in the front, and it's buckled. So I released the strap that I carried it in with. This bottom strap is for a kid or a woman, somebody with a small leg. You won't need it. Undo it, open it up, and I'm ready to hunt. Buckle it back together. I call it my britches. Put my cell phone in here, things like that. The pockets are made like pouches, so they stay open. I can do stuff. I can take things in and out with one hand. And now when I'm looking for my grunt tube, it's as simple as use it. It's back in there. It's not tangled up in my shirt. When I'm finished hunting, everything I used, I put back.
It's one of those.
And go.
No, I say you only have
So the middle one is the same bag. So if you hunt now, stand with a shooting rail, undo the bottom buckles, flip it over the shooting rail, clips back together, and it hangs in front of you like that. The padding's going off your shooting rail, gives you a good quiet place to lay it. Same bag around the tree. So if you gun hunt, like in a climber that faces a tree, just leave this strap on there. When you get up there, open it up, wrap it around the tree in front of you, everything's there. Saddle hunting's probably been our best customer so far. That's it right there in the saddle configuration. You hang it up there, and then we also work with a company out of North Carolina to design this is 3D carbon fiber printed nylon, and it's made specifically to fit our belt. So when you get up in the tree, all you got to do is connect these to the belt, slide it to where you want to when you tighten it up. You got a place to hang your bow and your quiver. Works great. We sold a lot of them to duck hunting guys. Hunting flooded timber, they'll strap that around a tree above the water line, put cell phones, wallets, things like that in it. They also, can't beat it, come with a 1-year unlimited warranty. Even if you break it, I'll fix it for free. I'll replace it for free, not fix it. You dog chews it up, you run over with your truck, I'll send you a new one for the first year.
So I want to share. I thought that was a great video. And the one thing I really liked about that video was how you said this, a lot of duck hunters like it. So again, it goes back to how versatile this bag is. It's not stuck to deer hunting. It's not stuck to one type of hunting. And I absolutely loved your product the moment I seen it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
You have something, Chris?
Go ahead.
I seen it pop up.
I just wanted to ask, can we as a general customer base, are we able to get more of those hooks? And like, how many will it support? How many will that strap support?
It would. We don't personally sell them. We only sell the kit, but you can order all kind of hangers and stuff right straight from DIY Bow Hunter. I'm actually going to add a link to our website. He's a good friend of mine. I met at a show, Mark Hertzfeld out of North Carolina, and DIY Bow Hunting. You can find that at DIYbowhunting.com. And man, he sells everything you could think of. Again, you can get more of the straps and hooks. We don't really sell them, but I think that it would support as much stuff as you wanted to put on there. I had one guy sent me a picture the other day. He was in the stand on, had his crossbow hanging on it. Like I said, it's strong. I don't think you're going to break the hook at all because it's rated for 15 pounds. The bow hanger is. The little clip's rated for 30 pounds. And I don't know of what else you could even hang up there that would weigh that much.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just wanted to check.
Oh yeah.
No, stay there, Chris. I love that there's more than one person asking. Honestly, there's not many questions to ask. I think you have covered everything like in full, and I absolutely love it. So your bag comes in 2 different colors. Let's go over that.
Yep. So right now the Pro X series is on our website, and we got those on sale for $37.99. Again, same exact bag as the X2. It just don't have the mole webbing straps, the 3 mole loops on the back. And we only got maybe 75 of these left, and then that'll be gone. That was replaced with a new edition, which is the X2. It's got some, still the same bag, just got some different patches on it. And that is available in this pattern. This is Canati, True Timber Canati. So this is more of your timberland, timber type pattern, leaves, sticks. Looks kind of like mossy oak, real tree patterns and stuff like that. And then this is the Strata. This has been our best seller so far for sure. Once we came out with this pattern, this is the True Timber Strata pattern. Like I said in the video, guys, we offer a 1-year unlimited warranty. So that means no matter what, I've replaced them because dogs have chewed the buckles off of them for real. One guy slammed the truck door on his and broke the buckles. One guy during the TikTok craze and the rush, kind of bothered me a little bit, I guess. He actually cut his open, cutting the package open that it came in, and then posted a review and said, hey, it was a cool bag, but he cut a hole in it when he was opening it up. So he kind of wondered if it was flimsy material. Well, it's as strong. I mean, this is the same stuff your backpack's made out of. This is 600 denier waterproof polyester. So when I saw that, I immediately contacted him and sent him a new bag because it's got a 1-year warranty on it. I don't care if you tore it up, opening the package, it doesn't matter. It's 1 year. So he went back on there and he apologized to me. And he's like, hey, man, that's customer service. And that's what it's all about. Of course, we got to make money for it to be worthwhile. But I think anybody that you talk to that's had any dealings with us would tell you that customers are number one. I mean, I have replaced bags. I've given many, many bags away as promotions. Right now on our website, we're actually running a promotion right now where we're giving away one of the Duke Nukem it's called a Duke Nukem grab and go blind. I can't talk. So every month, the first day of the month, we pick one of the customers from the previous month and send them a brand new Duke Nukem blind in their choice of camo. I kind of started to touch on it earlier, but like I said, one of the most important things for us was giving back to the community, giving back to the outdoor world. So from day one, from the first bag we sold, part of the proceeds from every bag we sell goes to the Outdoor Dream Foundation. So the Outdoor Dream Foundation, called the ODF, is a local organization here in South Carolina, and it was founded. Have you ever seen the movie Radio?
Yep.
All right. So Coach Jones in Radio lives right here in my hometown. Coach Jones and his son started the Outdoor Dream Foundation. And what we did, and what the purpose of that is we take kids with life-threatening illnesses on hunting and fishing adventures. So we've always volunteered part of our time, but we never could financially help with that. So yeah, if you scroll on down, you'll see their logo and stuff in here right there. So the ODF is really special to us. We meet a lot of great kids there. So every kid that goes on a hunt, we supply them with their own bag. If their brother goes, he gets one. We give them out at the fishing tournaments. These kids use them for fishing, all kind of stuff. So not only do we give a portion of the proceeds from every bag, these kids also get their own bag. And that's been special to us because these kids are dealing with stuff that most of us never could dream of at just such a young age. And it's been extremely rewarding for us to be able to be involved in that and give back to them with that.
Isn't it amazing how God blesses us with things?
I'm telling you right now, that's the old McCormick Deering combine and the stuff that I found in the woods down there. And now that last picture, we made a little campsite down there and got a fire pit and everything. So we go down there and camp out around the old combine. But yeah, it is amazing. God is he's opened so many doors for us. I mean, we just got our first camouflage product June of last year, and we have had absolutely record-breaking sales. Already ordered another batch of bags, and it's, again, good product for a good price. That's what we're all about. I love to be able to offer something that's so versatile with a warranty and a guarantee like we have for a price that, I mean, anybody, $40, $50, that's very affordable, especially in this day and time. And we've strived to keep the price there so that we can. I want to see one on every arm, every truck in the United States.
Well, I tell you what, I'm excited to get one. I'm super excited. I think that this is really a great idea. So let me ask you this: what led you to make this bag? Like, you just had a hunting experience and was like, something's got to change?
Oh, yeah. It's just so aggravating. I can't tell you how many times I've been digging in my backpack looking for something, and if you want it, it's in the very bottom. So it's hanging around a tree or it's hanging off the side of your stand and you're armpit deep in that thing. And, some does has done slipped up on you. And again, I started sticking things down in my muck boots, but it's just some of it you can't. So I got it all in pockets. So when I get up there, I have to transfer it from my backpack to my pocket. So first of all, I got to turn a flashlight on up in the tree and dig all this stuff out of the backpack. And with this setup, I mean, I don't even need a flashlight. I never even use it. Once I get in the stand and crawl up there, there's no need to turn a light on and start digging because what I need is already in there. All I got to do is apply it to the tree, the stand, and the configuration that I need it, and I'm ready to go. So that's where the concept came from. I actually made a couple of these back, like I was saying earlier, back years ago, out of elastic bands and stuff like that to try some other stuff. But, you know, and this has been not only just my family, my wife and kids, but like the flap on the front, that was my wife's idea. The first prototype I made didn't have a flap on it, so all your stuff would fall out of it. The extension strap where to go around a tree, that was my brother's idea. You know, we were just kind of brainstorming and over some of the samples I had. And my first samples had like a carry strap on them, but it was nothing but a carry strap. So making the strap 2-piece gave me tons of options. And with the flap added, you know, we was like, hey, let's put buckles on it. That'll help secure items in it, as well as flip over the stand and hang in front of you. You're talking about being versatile. I mean, I use these for all kind of stuff. I actually got one of them strapped to the back, around the back seat of my tractor, and I got fence tools and staples and a hammer and all kind of stuff like that in it. And it's just so handy. I've sold a lot of them to people that fish, like bank fishing, pond fishing, even kayak fishing. A lot of hikers buy them because, I mean, it's everything you would need. You going hiking, throw it over your shoulder. You got your drink bottle in there. Put your wallet and cell phone in the zippered front pocket. And, you know, it's just so versatile. It works fantastic for turkey hunting. If you go to that page, the gallery success story page, this was I just kind of fumbled up on this because, you know, always got a turkey vest, right? Everybody's got a turkey vest. We paid $125 for it. It weighs 300 pounds.
Yeah,
and you can't find anything when you get to when you get sit down. It's got 17 pockets on it, and you can't figure it. That's that deer drag right there. So that's what that's for. That just slips around the antlers. It's about 7 feet long, got a rubber handle on it, and that thing works like a charm. But anyway, there's one of the customers sent me that. Yep, he killed that turkey with his bag. And I've got some more information and more stuff that I'm going to add to the website for the turkey hunting. But you think about it, you only really need, I wore a vest that had a bunch of stuff in it that I didn't use a lot of time.
I still do that.
Yeah. So what I did was I take my box call and I put it in the drink holder pocket because that elastic around, it's the only one with elastic on it because I don't figure you're going to be reaching to get a sip of your 20-ounce Mountain Dew while there's a big buck coming in on you. So there's actually an elastic ring around it that helps kind of hold the drink stable. I put my box call in there, and then I've got my box calls in there, and then I've got slate calls, my diaphragm calls, all that kind of stuff in those other pockets. And I mean, when I'm turkey hunting, I'm sitting on the ground anyway. So when I sit down, those elastic straps on the front, because I always carry 3 or 4 different strikers, because you know how that is. Every one of them makes a different sound.
Yep.
And I can't count how many of them I've left in the woods somewhere beside a tree because I thought I picked them all up and stuck them in the pocket. But when I get to the next spot, I can't find it and I don't know what I did with it. So those elastic straps on the front are perfect for sticking 3 or 4 strikers in there. I can sit down, strap around my leg, use the calls I need. And when I'm done, everything, I put it right back in there, throw it over my shoulder, and I'm gone. So it works really, really well for turkey hunting.
Tell me that's a Crown Royal bag.
That's what one of our customers sent that to me, and I'm like, I think that's a Crown Royal bag in there.
Yeah, it is, baby.
If you look really closely, I think it's in there in the gallery, one of the pictures, because I mean, I like sharing the photo. I love to see it in the field. I mean, there's nothing better than for you to have this idea. And I got a bunch of naysayers, you know what I mean? Our video actually went viral on TikTok because of people making fun of it, calling it a pocketbook. There's some of our ODF kids right there. So those kids right there killed a nice turkey in West Virginia. And there's their setups. You can see their strikers in the front of the bag and everything.
That's awesome.
And That was a good bird. But it's that's how the video actually wound up going viral, is because people sharing it. You know, the TikTok algorithms work off of shares and likes and comments and views and stuff like that. So it just started multiplying. So I was like, let them hate. Haters gotta hate. That's okay. Hate on me.
I always say that. Haters gotta hate. They ain't happy unless they hate.
That's right. That's their job.
Yep.
So you can see this is just, and these are just customer photos, you know what I mean? The different kind of stuff, because I got
so
my stuff.
The one thing I see here, right, Scott, the one thing I see is as you show these bags, every bag has something different in it. So you can definitely tell it's somebody else's bag. Like, you know, you're not lying. So if you look, as you scroll, each bag has a different item in each pocket, which I think is awesome.
Absolutely. You can see that, like I said, it's very customizable to what you need, because I've actually sold a lot of these to people that hunt with dogs, rabbit hunting, bird hunting and stuff, and they wear them around the waist, and they can put, you know, collars and chargers and I mean, camera equipment. A lot of people that do self-filming, we've sold them to them, and they carry their camera equipment in it. I use mine in preseason. 2 of the smaller game cameras will fit perfect in those front 2 pockets. Put me a big Gatorade in there and fill that zipper pocket up with batteries and head out. So like I said, it's, and even if you tear it up, I had a guy one time that, you know, he emailed me about getting his replaced. And I mean, I don't even ask no questions. All I want you to do is send me a picture of what happened to it, because that way, if it's some kind of material defect or some kind of structural issue, I want to address that before the next ones come out. But this guy, he had toted his in, and he had like 10 tree steps in that front pocket, and they pierced a hole through it because, I mean, I don't even know how he got it zipped up, but I sent him a new one, because even if you tear it up doing something you shouldn't be doing with it, or that it wasn't designed to do, I'm still going to send you a brand new one for free. No shipping, no nothing. All you guys let me know, I'll send you a new one. But like you said too, that's really cool to see it when you see all the different stuff that people, you know, my hunting gear might not be your hunting gear. If you don't bow hunt a lot, you don't need a rangefinder. That's where you put a little pair of binoculars or stuff like that. That's the bow hanger that comes with our Saddle Savior kit.
I like that. I won't lie to you. I really like that fits your harness.
Yeah, that's a really neat. Even if you don't bow hunt, I mean, you can hang your backpack right there. You can hang whatever you wanted to. Hang your rifle right there. It's just very versatile. You see the little wings up against the tree. That's our second revision of that. That helps it keep it stable, very much so. I've used bow hangers like that before on straps and cords, and they kind of want to flop back and forth because they're so, you know, they're only about 1 inch wide. So those bat wings on the back give you a bite on the tree and make it much more stable when you're taking whatever's hanging there off and on.
Yeah, I did notice that, and I like that a lot. That's a good thought process.
And like I said, if you look at that, that's one of our original bags right there. So you see how it's got black straps on it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, those bags work great, but every revision we want to do something to make it better. I want you to get this thing and know you got your money's worth, and you know that's what we did. That nylon straps are good, but nylon straps just don't have the same thickness, the same feel. And I was in the military, I was in the Army, so cotton straps, I love them. That's what everything we had those green cotton, you know, military style straps on it. So like that guy, you look at his stuff, he's saddle hunting, and he's got a radio or something hanging off of it, and his thermocell. And I mean, like I said, you can put pretty much anything you want to in it.
So I'm looking to see if I have one here. I had one. Chris, you might have one close by. Oh, I think I have one. So you know what else would fit on that well is another guy we had on our show. This is called a brow hook.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So that would fit right on that strap.
Sure would.
And lock on just as yours would.
Yeah, the straps are 1.5 inches wide.
Yep, and it has the grooves, so when it goes against a tree, it keeps it from moving.
Yep.
So I just thought of that. I was looking at your strap, and I was like, I bet you that thing would work perfect.
That'd fit right on there.
I would fit right on there. That might be a guy for you to get a hold of. He might be a product you can sell with it.
Absolutely.
I can send you his info.
That would be greatly appreciated. Old ThermaSail there. I mean, that's a must. And down here in the South, in the early season, our season starts September the 15th. And then the lower part of South Carolina starts August the 15th. You will absolutely die without that thing right there. And then I met a guy through our business named Scott Shea. He owns Buck Scent Pads. I don't know if you've ever heard of them before. Man, great idea. I'm giving him a shout out too. He actually manufactures a ThermaSail pad that smells like different stuff, right? So anytime you heat an attractant, it gives out better scent. So he actually sells, it's called Buck Scent Pads. You can find them on Facebook and all that stuff. And that he actually has like corn, white oak, acorns, estrus, all kind of stuff. There he is right there. So that right there goes into a ThermaSail. It looks just like a ThermaSail pad. You slide it in there, fire your ThermaSail up, and it smells like you got your head stuck in a bag of corn or a bag of persimmons. Great idea.
We'll have to hit him up and get him on here.
Yeah, he's done pulled it up. He's got peanut butter, persimmon, corn, estrus. He's got white oak acorns. And I mean, it is really, really a good idea. You fire them things up and it just intensifies the smell of it because you're heating it up.
I wonder if he makes one for Dopey.
He does. He has estrus.
Does he? So he does have Dopey.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
Dude, that's because they're heated up would be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know we're off subject. Are you ever used one of them? Have you used like a Dopey one or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it like the Dopey's got to be strong sitting up like that?
If you watch my little video that I made for Facebook, I made a little funny video about sponsorships, and I'm just mad because I don't have any sponsors, but anytime you're watching TV, it's almost hilarious when they have to hit all them sponsors. And them mugs is like, all right, guys, today, I got up this morning and I ate my grits and thank you, Quaker Grits, for making great grits. And, my camo was doing its job. The Matthews bow, just unparalleled. I mean, just sent those black Rampage airs down range. The Rage 2.3s did the job. I mean, and it's almost hilarious. But in that video, I talked about that, and I said, I thank Buck Scent Pads for my scent eliminator, odor eliminator, because I use the acorn a lot because I'm hunting in hardwoods.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it smells like acorns.
This year I hunted a lot of acorn trees, a lot. Matter of fact, I think everywhere I hunted was covered in acorns. So
everywhere.
That would be a huge one here. This year was the first year.
Same way in South Carolina this year, we have absolutely had a bumper crop of acorns, and that's been a blessing and a curse because you can't pinpoint the deer really. Because I mean, it's like a big breakfast, dinner, and lunch table everywhere. I mean, everywhere we got hardwoods, there's acorns everywhere. I mean, I just look for the bigger white oak acorns because they'll tend to eat white oak acorns over red oaks just because of the acid level in them. So you find you a big white oak tree and camp out on it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Like I said, I seen a ton of deer this year in them acorns. A ton of deer, but nothing really. Ours run a lot of trails.
Yeah. So let me show you this. I don't know how we got a few more minutes. Let me show you this too. A few more things that we got coming up. So this is the same bag in a solid color pattern. So we've had some people ask about this because some people especially are more they brand loyal. You know what I mean? And I understand that. That's cool. But this is the same bag made in solid color. So this is brushed waxed canvas on the front. Military green with a charcoal gray and a green inside. We'll release these this year at the ATA show. Our problem as a small business is that we can't get too many things going at one time because of capital. But I just wanted to show everybody this and say, hey, this is in the works. As well as this is a bag that we work with Rob Keck from Bass Pro Shop. This is the ultimate bomb right here. If you're a travel hunter, this will actually be released at the ATA show as well. This one's made in Strata Camo, and it's called the Tetrad. If you remember anything from geometry and algebra and all stuff, Tetrad means 4. So this is a gigantic duffel bag made for travel hunters, and and the name comes because it's got 4 individual pockets on the side right here. So you got your big inside nylon line zipper pocket, and then you have these 4 quad pockets, all waterproof material lined. And I mean, this thing's massive. It's 35 inches long and 22 inches wide. When you get it packed up, it has a carry strap, hand strap, or shoulder straps. You can carry it like a backpack and just wear it like that. And you can pack a ton of gear in this thing. So this will come out in at the ATA show this year. We're excited about that. We worked with Rob Keck and Bass Pro on the design of that. So we were excited about that. And then I'm going to let y'all in on a secret that only the people who see this is going to know. You ready? Never been released. Don't know. Nobody knows this. Our number one request has been for a certain type of camo, right? And this camo is the most popular camo in the United States. Original Mossy Oak Bottomland.
So, Mike Waddell.
These will be released. We should have these in stock by the spring of the year. And man, we've been so excited because of our TikTok notoriety and our increase in sales that allowed us to secure a license with Mossy Oak. And so the Bottomland Boot Bandolier Pro X2s will be released in probably April, May next year. So we're really excited about that.
So I got to ask, Michael Waddell have anything to do with that?
No, Waddell's Realtree.
Yeah, I know. That pattern looks just like his.
I mean, the original, and that's the original Mossy Oak, the old Bottomland. And then the original Realtree is back with Gangbuster too. That's what Waddell's always got on. But especially,
them 2 patterns hardly look different from each other.
No, they don't. The only difference, really and truly, the only difference in them is the Mossy Oak is bigger. It's more defined.
Yep.
And the Realtree has a little bit of green in it here and there. They put like a leaf or 2 on it, a little stem or something. But those patterns are extremely popular, especially with the younger generation. I tell you, if I had a nickel for every time somebody said, "You got that in Bottomland? Do you make that in Bottomland?" I'd be rich, because I mean that's the number one asked for pattern. And really? For most of us like me, dude, I'll be in the woods with some Mossy Oak pants on and a Realtree shirt from Walmart and a old Woodland camo hat that I got at the Army Navy store. I'll be all mixed
up.
That's
me. I don't match. I wear whatever I buy or whatever it is. I'll mix and match.
Whatever Walmart Academy's got on sale is what I normally got on.
So here somebody else is on. Just spent 2 weeks in Kansas.
Johnny B, that's one of our guys. John's one of our team members here.
Well, there you go. He just had a wonderful stuff to say about your product.
He's a good guy, man. He's my right hand man. He goes to all the shows with me. He'll be at the ATA with me this year. Him and his wife Stephanie. And John, he's the one I was talking about, just come back from Kansas, and that woman said something about he's a bunch of killers and all, and I had to line her up a little bit.
It's a pretty nice buck he is sitting there with him. I know that.
Boy, he has killed that deer right there. We took it to the Buckmaster Classic this year to the show, and he had it scored, and it scored just a little over 180. Dude,
that's a nice buck.
Yeah.
Now, what you needed was your bandolier hanging around its neck like a necklace.
Yeah, we didn't even have it back then. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. The one that he killed the other day when he was in Kansas last week, he sent me some good pictures of it, and he had it hanging around his neck, holding it up by the antlers. Man, it was some really good pictures. Really nice. Awesome.
Well, I got to tell you that I've watched your product before, hearing how much you love it, how much you believe in it, how much you stand by it. That's big for us. We're big on promoting. We're big on promoting people and products that people believe in. And
I'm no kidding. I have had people buy one that didn't even hunt. And one guy I'll never forget, he was at one of the first shows we had, the True Timberwoods and all, and he listened to me and he said, "I don't even hunt." He said, "But I believe every word that you said." He said, "So I'm going to buy one and give it to somebody who does." And it is, because we stand behind it. I mean, it's not for everybody. Okay, we understand that. We got some people out there that, that don't like it. That's fine. Everybody's got their own style. but we've seen quickly in the last 3.5, 4 months, especially. I mean, since August the 9th, we've had orders every single day on our website. We picked up 4 more stores. We know that the market is there. We know the field is there because it's a great product at a good price that works. And we stand behind it. I mean, you won't find many products out there that got a 1-year unlimited warranty on it. I mean, tear it up, smash it, break it, it breaks. No matter what, I'll send you a new one for free, no questions asked. And
I agree. This day and age, that warranty usually has little fine lettering that states after 1 month.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's pretty amazing that, you know, and looking at your price of it, you're not charging an arm and a leg. I mean, you're definitely spending money at a cost, and you can't be making a whole lot back, even donating to your cause. So
right. And again, like I said, we got to make money, but we also want to make a good product that people can afford. I mean, this is one of those products that it's a no-brainer, in my opinion. You know what I mean? If you hunt, I don't care how you hunt, there's a use for it. If you hunt out with a gun and a stand, if you hunt with a muzzleloader, if you hunt with a bow, if you turkey hunt, if you rabbit hunt, duck hunt, like we was talking about earlier, it's been really good with the duck hunting crowd. When they hunt in flooded timber, instead of digging your phone and stuff like that out of your waders, you strap that around a tree above the water line, stick all your stuff in it, hang your duck lanyard on there, kill your birds, hang them right there, and everything's together. So, like I said, it's just got so many different uses. And we've been, like I said, we've just been really blessed, man. God's opened a lot of doors for us, and we're going to continue to pray that he continues to open them. When he does, I'm rushing through.
Hey, I don't blame you. When God opens a door, there's a reason for it. Don't miss it.
That's right.
Don't miss it. I agree with that 100%. But Scott, we are at our hour mark. And honestly, what I love is I didn't have to actually ask just about anything. Chris asked a few questions. You have explained everything to the detail. I think you have crossed every T and dotted every I.
I love to talk.
I love to talk too. And the fact that you love your product so much that you don't want to miss a beat in it, I just think it's phenomenal. I think it's awesome.
Well, man, I appreciate
and again,
it.
That's what got my attention watching your stuff. Was when I watched it, I felt you believed in it, and that was huge to me. And I just think it's amazing. So I'll tell you what. One, I want to thank you. I want to say thank you very much for coming on. I want to thank you for supporting us and being here. But I also want to end with prayer. I'm going to ask God to bless your product here a little bit before we're done.
Absolutely.
And after the prayer, we're going to end. And I'm thanking you beforehand because once it ends, I don't want to cut out and not say thank you. So thank you very much for getting on here.
Absolutely, man. It was my pleasure.
Dear Lord, we ask that you take this opportunity and not only bless the viewers and bless BSO and bless Scott, but bless his product. Bless what he's doing, Lord. We ask that you take your hands and put it on his shoulders, and we ask that you touch him, touch his family. And we ask that you do whatever it is he has in his heart and whatever it is that you want him to do. And we ask that you take that path and allow him to follow it. Lord, we thank you for letting him come on the show. We thank you for allowing him to be so happy and believable and honest and truthful in what he does. And we just thank you for the opportunity to get to meet this awesome person. And we thank you. God bless every one of you. Amen.
Amen. Brother, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. One more thing before I go. We were running some Black Friday specials on Thursday and Friday, so be sure to hit our website up for some big discounts on some of our bundles, guys.
That sounds good.
Thank you for the prayer, man. That means a lot.
Send me that Black Friday link. I would love to check that out.
Just go. All you got to do is go to the website, www.bootbandolier.com or twistedironhunting.com. Those will start Thursday morning. And so we got some bundle packages. We talked about individual things, but we also sell bundles. And we're going to run a special on our bundles for 15% off Thursday and Friday. So get on there and get them Christmas presents.
Sounds great, man. I appreciate it. Hey, man, God bless you. God bless your family. And we're out of here.
Thank you, brother.